You wake up at 3:17 a.m. Not because your body's rested, but because that's when the alarm screams. You sit up in a bunk that's smaller than a coffin, in a room that smells like diesel, salt, and sweat. It's pitch black outside. It's always black when your day starts. There's no sunlight out here, just the hum of the engine, the sting of cold, and a silent understanding that you're not going home soon. Not today, not this week, not for the next 21 days. Your boots are wet before you leave your room. Your socks are too. They were already wet when you put them on. Everything's damp on a fishing boat. Clothes, walls, hope. You haven't been properly dry since the day you signed on. Your grandfather fished. Your father fished. Now it's your turn. You weren't told you had options. You were told you had responsibilities. And responsibility doesn't care if you're tired, scared, or broken. It just cares that you show up and pull your weight. Outside, the wind cuts through your jacket like it's made of paper. The ocean groans. It doesn't welcome you. It never does. The deck is slick with ice and salt. You shuffle, not walk. One wrong step, and you disappear. Men fall off boats all the time. Most aren't found. Out here, there's no funeral. Just a roll call with one less name. You've seen it happen. A shout, a splash. Then silence, and the work never stops. No one calls for a break, because breaks don't haul fish, and fish don't wait. You start cutting lines. Your fingers move fast even though they're numb. The rope slices your palms open again. You don't flinch. You just wrap tape around the wound and keep pulling. Blood on the gloves doesn't matter, only the catch does. The waves get bigger. The boat lurches. Your body braces automatically. It learned this long ago. Your knees are always bent, your eyes always scanning. It's not balance, it's survival. You don't eat when you're hungry, you eat when you can. Sometimes that means a sandwich with your hands still covered in fish guts. Sometimes it means nothing for 14 hours. Your stomach doesn't complain anymore, it gave up. Same with your back, your knees, your neck. Pain isn't new. Pain is just part of the job. The captain shouts from the wheelhouse, the net's coming up. Everyone moves, you grab your position, shoulders locked, muscles ready. The winch growls. The rope tightens. A mountain of silver surges out of the black water. The smell hits you first. Rot, salt, death. The fish spill onto the deck like wet concrete. Thousands of them, slapping, gasping, dying. You move fast, you sort, you gut, you pack, you bleed. This goes on for hours. There is no break. The ocean doesn't give breaks, it gives moments. And if you miss yours, you don't get it back. You haven't spoken to your family in days. There's signal, but no time. Your daughter's birthday passed while you were scrubbing scales off the side rail. You sent a video. She didn't reply. You tell yourself it's the time zone. You know it's not. You work until your fingers can't hold a knife anymore. Then you clean. Then you rest. Sleep doesn't come easy. Your bunk shakes with every wave. Your brain keeps hearing the captain's voice, even when it's silent. You dream of drowning. You wake up gasping. Then you check the time. 2:58 a.m. Shift starts in 19 minutes. There's a guy on the boat named Carlos. He's been here 12 years. His spine is crooked from lifting too many crates too fast. He once said, "You don't leave this job, it leaves you." You didn't understand then. Now you do. Your hands are swollen all the time now. Your joints click when you move. You tape your wrists before every shift. You lie to the foreman when he asks, "You good?" You always say yes because out here, no means weak, and weak doesn't make it back to shore. One night, a storm hits. Not a little one. Not some rain and waves, a real one. Walls of water crash over the deck. The boat tilts hard enough to throw gear. People shout. You grab onto metal and pray it doesn't snap. Your heartbeat outpaces the wind. Your teeth clench so tight you crack one. But you stay standing. You always do. Because if you fall, there's no coming back. The next morning, 2 crates are gone. So is the winch arm. So is Diego. Nobody says it out loud. But you all know he slipped. No harness. The sea took him. Just like that. You say nothing. You get back to work. You don't cry. You don't scream. You just keep pulling nets. On day 16, the ice machine breaks. You try to fix it with duct tape and a hammer. It works for 3 hours, then fails again. You lose half the catch that day. Thousands of dollars just gone. Rotting fish in plastic bins. No one's getting a bonus. You all nod like it's normal, because it is. You get home on day 23, 3 days late. Your daughter doesn't run to greet you. She barely looks up. Your wife tries. She really does. But you can feel the distance. You smell like diesel and fish. You shower for 45 minutes and still can't scrub the ocean off your skin. That night you sleep in your own bed. It feels wrong, too soft, too still. You spend the next 3 days off limping, icing your knees, calling old crewmates, watching the weather. You were supposed to rest, but you're already thinking about the next haul. You don't know why you keep doing it. Maybe it's the money. Maybe it's the pride. Maybe it's because it's the only thing you know, but if you're honest, it's something deeper, something more complicated. The silence out there, the rhythm, the pain. It makes sense. It's predictable. And in a world that's always changing, that counts for something. Still, you wonder, what if you left? What if you stayed home? What if you missed just one haul? Would anyone notice? Would they understand? Would they care? Then the call comes in. The captain's taking another trip, 3 weeks, new waters. He asks if you're in. You don't even pause. You say yes, because that's what fishermen do. They leave, they haul, they survive, and they never really come home. And if you think that life was hard, imagine waking up under rubble in a place where school means nothing and bombs mean everything. Thanks for watching. If this story stayed with you, subscribe. Not for the algorithm, for the voices that never get heard. I'll be back with another story soon. Until then, keep drifting.